So the Conan Exiles Twitter dropped this image on February 10th, and it appears it might be a teaser of what's coming in Age of Sorcery Chapter 3. I've got a couple of theories on what this might mean, so without further ado, let's get started. So of course this image wasn't tweeted out alone, it did come with a caption, which itself is quite intriguing. I'll read it to you now. As you traverse the exiled lands, you find an empty building. Something draws you in, and you walk inside. Before you sits a curious workbench. Scrolls with hasty diagrams and various tools litter the surface, but your attention is drawn to a red ore-like piece. Fairly simple and pretty interesting stuff, but I think we might be able to divine some information from this. The most obvious is of course the red ore, that is designed to catch your eye, but before that, the table it sits on is described as a workbench. Looking at the detailing on this desk, especially on the right side and the left leg which is just visible in frame, it reminds me very much of the Acheronian iconography. This sort of detailing is also seen on the Acheronian Legate Primus set, and given that these symbols are so similar, and I do think they are Acheronian, I do believe that ties this station, if it is indeed a workstation, directly to sorcery. Given the presence of practical tools, it may not be directly sorcerous, like the Thaumaturgy bench, but it could be somehow related to augmenting our sorceress ability. The second interesting thing here is, of course, the red ore. My first thought was maybe a new type of ore above star metal, but on further inspection I'm not 100% sure on that. It's an interesting idea and of course it could be correct, but something feels a bit off about that idea. Looking at the desk, there are numerous bowls, tools and scrolls described in the post as bearing diagrams. Looking mainly at the tools, namely the smaller hammers, I think we might be looking at a station that serves a purpose of something closer to archaeology. The way the rock is broken up is very deliberate, there's clearly something inside this rock. It seems sort of what you'd expect to see in a geode, but it could be something else. Perhaps we'll be extracting something from these rocks to improve our sorceress ability, perhaps it's a new way to use resources from the rocks to cast new spells, or it's a new rare resource that we can use on our high tier gear to augment it up to another tier, similar to how Minecraft uses netherite to upgrade diamond armour. As for now, of course, we don't know for certain, but we do know that March is likely the month where we can expect the final chapter of Age of Sorcery. I think we can probably expect to see a couple more teasers in the following weeks, alongside maybe an announcement about a live stream at the end of February or the start of March. Given that Chapter 3 will likely be the final story step in Age of Sorcery before we start the new age in summer of this year, I'm hoping this hints at a new flagship feature that can offer a new way to tackle gameplay in Conan, hopefully as a way to introduce more dungeons and gameplay content in the future. What exactly this hint turns out to be remains to be seen, and of course I'll be keeping you up to date with all the Conan Exiles and Age of Sorcery news as more hints drop. If you do have any ideas or alternative interpretations of what this image could be hinting towards, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do love reading your guys' theories. If you enjoyed that video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. The links to my Twitter, Discord, Patreon and various sponsored discounts are also available in the description below. As always, if you have suggestions for future content you'd like to see, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to become a member of the Coffee Cult by joining our Discord, and if you'd like to support the channel further, become an esteemed Coffee Cultist by joining us over on Patreon. As a patron, you'll get sneak peeks of new videos before they're uploaded, full-size blueprints, wallpapers in both 1080p and 4K resolutions, Discord roles and more. On that note, a massive thanks to all of our esteemed Coffee Cultists on screen now for continuing to support the channel. Again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.